Let's take a look at the student view when they take an assessment. So this is my student view. I'm Jennifer Miller. There's a couple ways I can access my assessment again. I see the upcoming dates listed here. I can access my assessment now because my teacher has allowed me to, or I can click here. It's going to take me to the screen. It's going to notify me I can only have one attempt. Total points. This is going to be my eventual score. Any text instructions will show up right here for your students. I'm going to go ahead and start my attempt. I need to enter the password, which I created as Schoology. Once the student enters the password, they're taken to the assessment. One of the differences between assessments and tests and quizzes is that in assessment, only one question will show no matter what per page. It's auto-saved as I collect my answer. Notice it took a couple seconds here. I can review. I have accessibility features. I can change the way things look. I can change the font size. I can zoom in and zoom out with functions here. I can make this full screen if I want to as a student. If I'm happy with my answer, I can either click 2 to go to the next one, or I can click next. Here's the instructions for the writing response. If the students want to access the rubric, they can click here and they can see what the rubric looks like as they type their response here. And students have some editing features as well. And they can close that right there if they want to. Now, another difference between the assessment tool and test and quizzes is that in assessments, as a student, I can go back. I can go back to question 1 and change my answer. I can go to question 2 and change my answer. So I can go back and forth, whereas tests and quizzes did not allow me to go back and review and change my answers. I'm going to go ahead and click Review now, where I can review all of my answers once I get to the end. And I can select Finish. Again, I'm going to be prompted a second time. All questions have been attempted. Do you want to submit the activity now? And the students need to confirm that submission. Again, just something good to know in case your students think that they submitted something, but they haven't. So they need to make sure that they see your activity has been submitted. That's a confirmation that they're good to go. It's going to tell them they've done one attempt. My status is my submitted. I didn't spend less than a minute on it. This is when it was submitted here. And then the action is the teacher hasn't done any action yet with it yet. So as a student, I'm finished. It's completely submitted. I'm done with the assessment.